Hey guys, this is Justin with AI Dads, and I'm going over NotebookLM's new update. It's an absolute game changer for what we're going to be able to do with these podcasts. That's specifically what we're going to look at in this video, and I'm going to show you exactly how I made a podcast from a 6 million viewed YouTube video, and I actually posted that, the short and the long of that, and we're going to go over that, as well as at the end, if you stick around, I figured out that this thing can actually put your business into these podcasts. You can actually drop notes within it, and that way it will actually read that very matter-of-factly and within the story itself, and you can actually go ahead and drop your business or drop all different things within these podcasts themselves. So let me get started. If you're not used to it, shout out to Sean here from our AI Dads community for requesting this video. This is NotebookLM. We're going to just go in here and we're going to create a new document. To start with, I'll show you the one with the YouTube video. So I went ahead and pulled up this YouTube video here. Let me grab it real quick. It was Valuetainment. So big channel, ton of views. I just took their video with the most views they had, which was this one here, this Mafia under boss here. I copied that link from this video. All you have to do, it's pretty incredible, is copy that. Go back into NotebookLM. I'm going to just go to links, YouTube. We're going to drop that in here and we're going to insert. That is literally going to take that entire 2.5 hour YouTube video, turn it into content, and then allow it to generate a podcast. The conversations are awesome. If you haven't done it yet, I give it like an 8.5, 9 out of 10, which is incredible in the AI world. We'll get there at some point where this is just going to be flawless. We're going to be able to change the voices, change the context even more. But right now, this customization thing is what they just dropped. This is what's a game changer here. So I'm going to go ahead and click customize. And I grabbed a quick prompt from ChatGPT because I have 500 characters to work with in here. I told it to make me a prompt about this. Now, this is something where we could go ahead and tailor this prompt 100 different ways from the same YouTube video and get different context, different perspective, and actually, harness each one of these videos or books that you put in or whatever it is that you find and actually come from a different angle or be more insightful about certain things. So this is just going to be absolute game changer and incredible. So I made just a quick 500 character prompt, highly engaging, concise, try to focus on the relative information, particularly the dramatic impact, everything like that. So that's what this one's about. So we're going to hit the generate button. It usually takes a few minutes to generate. So I actually had already generated the Sammy the Bull podcast here. So I have that here, notebook guide, and I'm going to load that so we don't have to wait the couple of minutes it takes to load. So I'm going to show you just kind of start. We'll play the first 30 seconds or so of it.
All right, get ready, because we're diving deep into the life of Sammy the Bull Gravano. Notorious mobster, the one who turned informant and brought down John Gotti. But this interview is something else. It's raw, it's insightful, and it paints a very different picture of Sammy the Bull.
Yeah, like we're peeling back layers of an onion with every story he tells. We're not just hearing about mob hits and, room deals. This time he's opening up about his fears and regrets, his family, even his spiritual journey. It's a side of Gravano that very few people have ever seen.
Exactly.
So there's that first intro to it. It's about 12.5 minutes. I'll leave a link to the full YouTube video below. Let's see, below. And as well as some shorts that I created from it. So again, this is like a place where we can make a ton of content, right? Like I took that one video, I ran it through, recorded it on one screen, took it into CapCut, and actually generated an entire 12.5 minute podcast that I put onto YouTube, cut it into shorts, and threw the shorts out there, right? So this is just one video. Trump's going to be on soon over at Joe Rogan. So like could take that, strip that down real quick and make a ton of podcasts with that. Going to be able to be generated 100 different ways from this notebook LMs, and then being able to adjust this stuff is incredible. So that was use case one, just trying to show you, Sean. Now, one of the notes here is that each time you want to generate this, you do have to create an entire new notebook. So that was one of the questions that we were having in the community. How do I reuse the same content? You can't. So you have to just go in, you would have to create a brand new notebook. Like here, I would just create a brand new notebook, create new, and then add that source content, right? So if you want to take, a bunch of articles or news news articles. You want it from a perspective of, hey, how could a kid learn this? Will you teach me, physics in a third grade level? You'd be like, hey, teach me quantum mechanics through a third grader's mind in Minecraft, right? It will literally take doctorate level paper, condense that down, and then articulate that in a podcast from that perspective, right? So if you're an audio learner like I am, this is a game changer. Besides doing the content, just being able to absorb information. So let me show you the other way that we used it. And this was kind of that thing I talked about in the beginning. You could actually talk about my channel or talk about my school. So like I did is I created a quick podcast here. And in the wording was I put in, give me an opening hook. And I also at the very end said, give me a closing. This was the prompt that I put in. Just asked GPT to create me some material about how AI is breaking down the barriers to entrepreneurship. And we're basically only limited to how well we can think and imagine and dream. That's where we're at today. It's already pretty much there. And in the next 6 months, it's going to be a joke. I'm going to be able to make 1 to 2 minute videos, with just prompts. I'm like, if you can imagine it, you're going to be able to build it. So here's the prompt that I used into this to create it. So I asked it to open up about talking about that imagination of a child. And then I asked it to close about to succeed in this space because of how fast everything is constantly being updated. I'm going to do a video here just about like a 1 week wrap up. Absolutely incredible. I've got Claude has AI agents that are taking over your computer and accomplishing tasks for us. I'm kindergarten level, but that breakthrough is going to be world changing, right? To give a task to an AI, not to give you a response back, to go complete the task, which is AI agents, which is where this is headed in the next 6 months. I sold my small business to be able to go do that and have AI agents. So this was the hook that I put on here at the end. So I said, hey, you need to learn this as a community and make sure that you talk about AI Dads Academy as a place to be able to do that. So to be able to plug that into this and have it go ahead and discuss it in context is awesome. So to be able to have that is pretty amazing. So let me go ahead and listen here. So here's our opening hook. Let's see if we can hear this opening prompt in the beginning of this.
It's kind of wild to think that like only thing stopping us from creating amazing things is like kids' imagination.
Oh, yeah.
It really feels like AI has just blown the doors wide open when it comes to like in starting businesses.
Makes sense.
Yeah. It's like if you can think it up, AI can help you build it way faster than before.
Definitely.
So welcome to the deep dive where we're going to explore.
So there's our opening prompt. And then we got to hear that. So we actually got to shape the way that this podcast started off. And we're going to go see if it can shape the way it ends here.
Remember,
actually
the future
plug in
is ours to shape. So let's use AI to create a future that benefits everyone. And if you're looking for a supportive community to help you along the way, be sure to check out the AI Dads Entrepreneurial Academy. You'll learn alongside thousands of others, sharing experiences, getting support, and innovating together as we build the future.
So there's our plug. There's our wrap up. We're going to be able to customize the way that we do this, the way that we get our output of these and shape this. I mean, it was such a time consuming, massive undertaking before, and to be able to create something that's an 8.5, 9 out of 10 feel for the dialogue is incredible. I'm sure soon we're going to be able to change even some of the wording in it. I have another video coming out, which I will also drop in the link as soon as it's available. That's actually going to show you how to take this podcast and actually take the audio, break it up into a male and a female voice, take those two voices, put them into avatars, and then put those avatars together and actually create a visual podcast out of this stuff here. So I've already made it. I'm going to make the video on the tutorial on how to do it exactly. So like, subscribe, and check us out on AI Dads Community.